Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unmanned, Airbus unveils A400M drone launcher, Vertical strikes deal for ride-sharing in Southeast Asia, and update, Joby's high-speed testing ends in crash. Hi, I'm Holland Lee. Welcome to Aero-News Network's Airborne-Unmanned program, a weekly news program covering all things unmanned, in partnership with AUVSI, the Association for Unmanned Vehicle Systems International. Let's get into today's stories. Airbus unveils A400M drone launcher. Airbus has made another milestone in its continued testing of the Future Combat Air System when an A400M modified with a UAV air launch system successfully deployed a drone in flight. While the long-running concept of an airborne aircraft carrier has eluded attempts at effective implementation in the past, the more compact size and safety of UAVs has opened new possibilities. Drone hives, as a core element of theoretical swarm tactics, an area of study eager to nail down a fundamental combat doctrine as technology develops. Getting drone swarms into position is no easy prospect given their small size and limited range. Being able to send dozens of unmanned aircraft with efficient, cheap cargo aircraft like the A400 would enable more costly, advanced planes to reap the benefit of plentiful drones without having to lug them into battle themselves. In the test flight, Airbus personnel were able to connect the mothership to one of their own DO DT-25 drones, open the rear cargo ramp, and slide the drone out the rear for a successful air launch, all while maintaining a command and control link between the two and their home base. Coming up after these messages, Dickson resigns halfway into 5-year term.
Pilot Communications USA is proud to introduce our latest headsets, the Carbon A1 Active Noise Reduction and the Carbon P1 Passive Headset. Carbon fiber makes our headsets 30% lighter than others, which significantly reduces pilot fatigue. Our BlueLink hand control unit allows you to connect 2 devices at the same time, and the record out capability can send audio to an onboard camera or digital recorder. Get the headset that's so light you may forget you're wearing one at pilot-usa.com.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
Welcome back. In the next Unmanned Minute, let's take a brief look at a few shorter stories making the rounds of the unmanned vehicle communities. Dickson resigns halfway through 5-year term. FAA head honcho Steve Dickson has announced his resignation from the FAA effective March 31st. He said the rationale is that the pandemic has caused lengthy separation from his family, made more common by the rise of travel restrictions along his Georgia to DC commute. While premature, he said his tenure has guided the administration into becoming a better version of itself than it was when he was appointed by the Trump administration. Bell moves to Phase 2 in AFWERX Challenge. Bell Textron announced its progression in the U.S. Air Force AFWERX High-Speed VTOL Concept Challenge, advancing as one of the 11 companies who received market research investments aimed at advancing their systems. With their progression, they will spend the next half year further refining their concepts with the USAF and SOCOM through the digital team workspace provided by prime contractor Collaboration AI. The concepts are not slated for actual production or development anytime soon. Eve Air Mobility adds ties in Australian charter industry. Eve Air Mobility has further strengthened its position in the Australian market after finalizing a partnership that will see up to 50 eVTOL aircraft enter service with 2 arms of the HM Consolidated Group, Helispirit and Avair. The Embraer subsidiary has made healthy inroads to the region, previously creating partnerships throughout the Queensland and Sydney areas. During the Singapore Air Show, Eve managed to make multiple agreements for some of the most iconic tourist attractions in the Kimberley, Southwest, and Greater Perth regions. Vaya Space completes suborbital test launch. Vaya Space successfully launched its hybrid rocket on a suborbital course from Mojave, California at the end of January, demonstrating the utility of the design. Unlike other launch systems, Vaya's rocket uses 3D printed fuel grains created from recycled thermoplastics. They hope that the launch will allow them to pick up the pace to reach the market as they scale for production. If all goes well, they hope to have their first commercial orbital launch planned for 2023. Well, that was our Unmanned Minute. Now back to the rest of the news. Vertical strikes deal for ride-sharing in Southeast Asia. Vertical Aerospace has signed a non-binding MOU with AirAsia Aviation Group to create an aerial ride-sharing platform in Southeast Asia. The deal will establish a lease of at least 100 of Vertical's VX4 eVTOL aircraft to begin services under AirAsia. Vertical notes that the deal brings pre-orders for their aircraft past 1,350 in total, while establishing a foothold in the coveted Asian market. Their presence in the third most populous region of the world is a good start, further bolstered by another announcement from large Vertical customer Avolon, a large worldwide aircraft lessor holding 500 VX4 pre-orders. 450 of those aircraft have been earmarked for service around the world, with AirAsia, Japan's JAL, and Brazil's GOL. Direct sales from Vertical have been made to American Airlines, Virgin Atlantic, Iberojet, Bristow Group, and Marubeni, among others. The total order book in Vertical's hands total up to $5.4 billion at list price. The VX4 follows a similar recipe as many other electronic VTOL aircraft: multiple rotors with forward-facing tilt capability, an aerodynamic tapered fuselage, and 4 passenger seating. Offering zero emissions, a 100-plus mile range, and a 202 miles per hour top speed, all reportedly with a fraction of the noise experienced from turbine or piston VTOL aircraft. After the break, Joby's high-speed testing ends in a crash.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Welcome back. Joby's high-speed test ends in crash. Joby Aviation's flight test accident made waves after breaking the company's stride over recent months, marking the first known unscheduled problem for the eVTOL manufacturer. The prototype in question has been said to be used for high-speed stability testing, a conjecture supported by flight tracking data, showing a speed over 270 miles per hour not long before the crash, a fair bit faster than its nominal top speed of 200 miles per hour. News broke of the incident after a mandatory SEC report was made saying, as required by law, to alert investors to unscheduled corporate events. The report was somewhat understandably vague, merely saying that, quote, one of its remotely piloted experimental prototype aircraft was involved in an accident during flight testing at our remote flight test base in California, end quote. The company recently caught the eye of some with their paperwork requesting approval for unmanned remotely piloted flights. Pulling some of the flight tracking data for the N number registered to the company paints a likely picture of what was happening. Evaluation of their prototype at speeds beyond their anticipated maximum required performance for certification. Well, that's our program for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.